Hi, and welcome to the beginning of day 10 of our start in Medieval Dynasty. So, we've got the first day of winter, and a few things to do today. If we just quickly look at management, we've got a bunch of villagers. They're all in huts, of course, and they're going to be burning firewood. So we need to check on situation with respect to firewood. Now, if they don't have firewood, they will burn sticks. So we've only got one firewood. We need to do something about that. We're going to need more than one. So we've got lots of sticks, but let's grab a bunch of logs. So 10. Go make some firewood. REF. So I've still got fast crafting on. Again, just a playstyle choice. Alright, so let's go and put firewood in. So we'll have a look at the end of the day how much firewood we end up with. Then we know how much we're going to be burning through during the day. So where is it? There it is. So it's 40, so 41. Okay. And we can see that we were cold when we were outside. So we're going to need some torches, because as soon as we're cold, you see we're cold right there, bottom left hand corner, you just equip a torch, F button, and you're good. I think I need some sticks, because we've got leather on us, but we need sticks and leather to make more torches, and 2 torches should do it. That's probably enough. So wicker and wooden, but we're going to have to unlock it, which is going to cost us 250. Okay. Let's just make 1 torch. Let's just make another one. So that's it. We've got 2 proper torches on us, and we've got one, let me see, 1 simple torch. Yeah, that should do us. Alright, so we've got the villagers taken care of with respect to firewood. We've got some torches to keep ourselves warm. Now, what else can we do today? Top right, we've got village inhabitants, 7 out of 10. Oh, we're cold again, so let's just equip a torch. And there we go, we're not cold anymore. So that's an easy way to deal with it. We don't necessarily have to go buying warmer clothes just yet, especially given our financial situation. If we just take a quick look. Yeah, we haven't got that much. Alright, so what's she got?
How can I help you? So long.
Look at your skills first. Now she has 3 in production. She's got a few 3s there actually. We are going to need production. We're not far away from getting our first smithy. So let's hire her.
It's you again.
But also, if we look at technology in the buildings that we can make, we've got the excavation shed, almost close to a fishing hut. Can do a herbalist, but hen house. Yeah, we're getting up there for a smithy, but we could also make a kitchen and start making some food. But in the meantime, let's just go to management and let's just give her somewhere to live. We'll worry about where she works later. So that will do. So as far as workplace, she is a 3 farmer actually. So yeah, let's just put her to work for now, and we'll move her into a production role later once we've got a building made. Okay, so we're up to 8 because we need to hire 10 more people, and then that's chapter 9 done. Meantime, Uniegost story. So we found out that he was the murderer of our Uncle Jordan. So let's see, we do have that activated. So he's up here, right there. So with this is where we go through a long conversation where we confront him. We know he killed Jordan, and we want to know why. And he tells us that when the group broke up, he and Jordan came to this area and Jordan became the Castellan, and he became a little bit over enthusiastic with lording it over the people. His personality changed, and eventually he was found to be selling weapons to people and involved in all sorts of nefarious trades. So Uniegost killed him and became the Castellan himself. So let's just click through all that. So why did you do it? So this is where he tells us why Jordan changed. So we get a choice here. I understand you. Your reasons quite strong will and a good heart. You should leave the village and never come back. So you've got two choices here. You can either banish him or you can sentence him to death. And either one of them is going to give you a cutscene. So let's go for the death cutscene.
I have learned a lot from you, Uniegost. You taught me what it means to be a man. That what needs to be done doesn't always feel right. And I need you to understand that this doesn't either. But blood has been spilled, and the law of this realm demands more blood in return. Is this just? Does true justice even exist? You can rest now, Uniegost. And may you find peace in that rest.
So quite a well-made cutscene there. And if we go to J, that's Uniegost's story done and dusted. No more. Alright, so now we are on to... oh, we've got some skill points. So what's this in hunting? Oh yeah, that's right, because we spent 1,000 last night buying this knowledge. So we've got hunting knowledge. Tracker's a really good one because you can use the Alt key to identify animals. So let's do that. Steady hand isn't a bad one because we get steadier aiming. A point there, so we had 2 points. Okay. Now we have to find 2 more inhabitants. So let's go over to the other village. Just coming into Baroa. Now, if we remember, there was that lady up here, Kunigunda, who we were in a position to marry because we had our affection maxed out at 100%. Given that, so I'm going to do it. I mean, I would normally wait until we had somebody with better skills, but just for the sake of this start, I'm going to marry her. So let's go.
How are you?
So romance. How are you doing, beautiful? So I never felt love like this before, etc. Bingo, we're married. Cutscene. Alright, so we got a wife. Now, as we've been married for 5 seconds, I think it's time to have a baby, so I think we're ready to have a child. What do you think? And she readily agrees. Okay, come to the house after 7 p.m. Alright, date night. Now, employees. We've got that goal in the top right there, so getting married actually got that up from 8 to 9, so we just need 1 more. It's pretty hard to see skills with the snow in the background. She's 3 diplomacy. Not what we want. She, all 1s and 2s, so the next village. Because once we've got that village inhabitants ticked off, then we're pretty much done with the whole chapter
Oh, it's you again.
process. So I need a ride, Veronica. And then it would just leave Alwyn's story and then we're done.
There's something.
Alright, so she is 3 in that first slot there. You can just see it. That's extraction. That's
Oh,
exactly
it's
what
you
we
again.
wanted. So I'm creating a new settlement. Great to see you there. And there's our 10th villager. So let's just deal with her straight away. So give her somewhere to live. Sign house. Sign workplace. Alright, so we do have the excavation shed. Now that has room for 2 excavators. So I think we put 2 people in there. So let's do that. So we'll look for another excavator at some point. But we haven't told the excavation shed what we want it to do, so we have to do that too. So let's go there. So as usual, this icon, edit assignments. Let's just bring them all over, because ticking them will just bring these over to here, such that we can assign time. So escape F for accept. Alright, now copper. We are close to getting a smithy in, and once we get a smithy in, we're going to have access to copper tools and copper weapons. We won't be able to do bronze and iron because our technology just isn't anywhere near enough. So let's get some copper coming in. I'm just going to go 25 on the top 4 and just leave the straw. We're going to need limestone. As soon as we start to make stone buildings, we need to add insulation to them. So we're going to have need of a lot of limestone. Clay is more needed for things like making bottles, and in fact, let's just go 10% on clay. There's less need for clay than there is going to be for stone, limestone and copper. As mentioned, copper is going to be for tools and weapons. Stone and limestone is going to be for building houses. So let's just get that incoming. Okay, done. So what next? Just going to J. It's just basically so we have an heir is going to be the next one. We deal with that at 7 p.m. tonight. Well, we have to wait 9 months after tonight, but that's going to be it, I think. I can't remember if there's another chapter after 10, but if not, then that's it. We should just leave Alwyn's story. And we will speak to Alwyn later on today. Now, Alwyn is going to challenge us to an archery competition. And that's actually not very easy, except it is easy if you have a crossbow. Just seeing if there's any bandits. No, there aren't. So what we really want to do is, because we're pretty close to getting a smithy in, once we have a smithy, we can actually make a stone crossbow, sorry, a wooden crossbow, and bolts. Oh, going the wrong direction. I got distracted there. But to make a wooden crossbow, you need 4 linen thread. Now we did find some earlier in the game, and we've got 2 back in the. Yeah, one thing we're going to have to do is go in there and do some manual mining at some point, but not right now. So we need to find 2 more linen thread. And this is something we actually could have done on day 1, but we didn't, because she's... Okay, I don't know where she is, but she's not in her house, because it's daytime. But because there's nobody in here, we can steal from there. We actually needed linen thread, unfortunately. Well, while we're here, we'll take all this. But let's go find her anyway, and is that her? No. Oh, she is actually here.
How are you?
So we do have a couple of things to sell. So first, I'm going to get rid of all the fur, although it's not really worth that much. But we don't have much use for that. It's easy to get hold of later. Linen fabric, we just stole that from her, so we can't sell it here. I'm going to get rid of this moose skull just because they're easy to get more. Simple bag, could have put that into storage. Stick, that goes into storage. Keep the torches for now, so we actually don't have anything to sell. But we do need 2 linen thread. So we can't afford that. The other option would have been to steal it from this other village over there. So let's just run back to the other village anyway, because we can get a free ride home from there. So just stopping off here, there actually is another theft opportunity here because she's always staring off in the distance there. So we can actually grab this for 220 and also get some wool. There we go, she doesn't see us, so we don't lose any dynasty points. Although at this stage it doesn't really matter. We were concerned with stealing before because we didn't want to, we wanted to get to 100 dynasty points as soon as possible to start hiring. And if we just look at our dynasty points now, we've got loads. Now, there is some linen thread right here that we could steal, and we will lose some dynasty points because we're going to be seen doing this. Let's go crouch, see if we can get away with it. I doubt it. Yeah, dynasty reputation change -40. Thief, linen thread. Alright, let's just so that brought our dynasty points down a little bit, so we're now at 6945, although we don't particularly worry about that. So let's just get a free ride back to Gostovia and go see Alwyn now. Coming in on Alwyn. Well, I can see some fire in those eyes. What are you thinking about so intensively? If we're not mistaken, I plan to build an archery target. Do you want to help? Sure. So he wanders off over here and he builds an archery target, and as soon as he does, he's going to challenge us to a archery competition. So we've got to wait till he gets all the way over here, and once he gets over here he builds an archery target right there. So it's not something you probably want to do with a bow. It's just so much easier with a crossbow.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
But to make a crossbow, we could go buy one if we had a bit more money, but it's probably easier if we just waited until we had the technology here to let's see, it's going to be production, so we're really not that far away from getting a smithy. Production technology 47.7 there, very close. So production, what we could do is go hunting. In fact, let's do that, because as soon as we cook something, then that's going to give us production points, and that's going to get our smithy. So let's go to Branica. How much money we got? 748, that's enough. So just keeping an eye on taxes here. If you go to management, taxes are only 273, and they come due in the spring. And once we have the smithy up, we can start making copper tools and weapons and start selling stuff and start to make money. Money ceases to be an issue from year 2 onwards. So it's Branica if we want to go hunting. I'm just thinking where we can get a lot of easy meat. So the bear would have respawned over there if we wanted to, but it's probably, is it easiest to go for the bear provides 18 meat, and the wisents provide 70. If you come over here, you can get the wisents and the moose. And as we've seen, the wisents aren't that difficult to bring down. So we want a headshot, so let's just head there. That's 2 headshots. He is going to rush us. But he stops around here, remember. Yeah, he's bleeding. So he might actually bleed out as he is. So is he coming for more? He is. That's pretty close. But we do have broadleaf plantains on us, so if he did nip us, it wouldn't do that much damage. We actually wouldn't mind him rushing us again just so we could get another headshot in. But let's go for the other one because he's bleeding out. So that's 1, 2, 3. Right. So we might get a hit in the butt here. No, we didn't. Okay. So they are both wounded. So he's got that glitchy thing going on, which means he's bleeding out quite badly. So that might be one more or two more headshots. Yeah, he's down. There's another one over there though. Let's get his attention. Missed on that one though. So they are faster than us, so we might get butted here. Oh, still there. So that should be all three of them, either bleeding out or yeah, he's down. So let's just skin them. We might get heavy here actually. This is going to be a lot of meat. So that's 70 meat. So another dead one here. Now that guy over there is injured. Oh, he goes down. Sorry, he went down in one. All right, so that's 3 Wissons. So that's going to be 210 meat. I'm not overweight yet. And we could also go for the mooses because they provide a lot as well. Remember, the goal here is firstly we're going to get a lot of money for this. Secondly, yeah, that makes us heavy. Okay, I'm going to limp back to the guy in Gostovia. Sorry, not Gostovia, the guy in Baranica. The one we get a free ride from. And then we'll get a taxi back to Gostovia from there. Alright, coming up to our faithful taxi driver. So we can get our free ride back to Gostovia. So even though we're overweight, he says, with all that load, fine, but it will cost you an extra. And then he says an extra 0, so not a problem. So looks like we always get that ride free, no matter what weight we are, which is nice. All right, so let's just head over to the drying shed, because the purpose of getting all that meat was to process it. Because in the act of processing it, we're going to get production points, and the production points will then unlock the smithy, which was our goal there. The dried meat's also going to give us quite a bit of coin. So anyway, one other thing just for science here. If we just go to escape and go customize game, we've had fast crafting on pretty much all the time. We turn it off here.
Petition I don't know about.
And then we go to dried meat. So let's go R, then E for all, and then F. So the game then decides that we need to stare at the screen for 17 minutes to do all this. So I'm just going to cancel that because we're not going to do that, of course. And just go back to customize game, put fast crafting on. And we'll do it that way. But I guess the game, I mean, that's obviously the game trying to dissuade you to do anything like this manually, to make it prohibitive in terms of how long it takes. So I guess the game is intending that you do things like that, or rather you automate the game such that everything like that is done through all of the workstations you set up. It's the only reason I can imagine they would make you wait 17 minutes. Anyway, now just firewood situation. We did start the day with 41. Let's just see if we got any left. No, we do not. So that tells us that we are, how are the sticks? We had about 300 not to start with, because once they run out of firewood, they're going to start using sticks. Alright, so we didn't run out of firewood too long ago. But reason for that is that we've got these simple houses and none of them are insulated. So we would need to make a decision here. Do we start insulating these houses to save firewood, or do we wait until we get to this stage here and can start building these houses? and then insulate those. Insulating those is where we start to need limestone. So I tended to, well, I did this in my last playthrough and just suffered the cost of the firewood in the interim. But there's another decision to make. You can start making something called daub, I think that's how it's pronounced, D-A-U-B, and then insulate these houses, and it would save you some firewood. But it means overnight that, well, firstly, let's just go let's just go Q and buildings and production. So we can get the smithy in now, so we would build this up overnight. And I think we would probably go for another woodshed, extraction. And get more wood coming in. Eventually you're going to want more than one woodshed anyway, so we may as well build it now, given that we do have a firewood need. So anyway, what's the time? So it's 6, it's almost 7 o'clock, so I'm just going to go quick. Oh, we need to do this. Just going to run into town, sell off all that meat, and then come back here, see you in a minute. Just getting back to town, so we just did a sell-off, and we're back up to 1,500 there, which we quite like. Now we did have a few things. We can actually dump this firewood, stolen firewood, into here. And with some fur we don't need to be carrying around. And we'll keep the linen fabric for now, linen thread. We get to use, I think it's the thread we get to use for the crossbow later on. Simple bag we don't need to carry on us. Sticks we can give up. Wool we'll keep it hold off. Also the wool thread. Alright, now let's just check the time. 7:03, and remember it is date night. Now the trouble with date night is that we will lose the entire evening. So it means that we won't be able to put this up tonight. Let me see. Do we want to... Yeah, I guess we just have to make it during the daytime. It's going to make for a very short day 11 though. Anyway, let's go do date night. Hello.
How can I help you?
You're the best. Oh, wait. Nibble on this? That's not what we had in mind, right? So I think, oh, we have to do this again. I think we're ready to have a child. What do you think? Okay, let's do that. Alright, and that kicks us off into the start of day 11. We just look at the time, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We just look at people. And she's pregnant already. So that was quick. And that puts us on our way to having an heir. And of course we're going to have to wait 9 months for that, but that closes out chapter 10. Alright, meantime, I'll end the episode here, and we'll get on to Alwyn's story tomorrow, and also get on to building a couple of things here, I think. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one. Bye.